Hello, Breaker19, Breaker19. This here's the Gear Jammin' Deer. Whitetail, it's got your front door. Come on. Getting back into some more ATS. First of all, I apologize for missing a video last week. I just changed jobs, so I've been really busy with that. I did plan on trying to get on and record. But basically, I just kept getting distracted with things related to my new job and didn't get around to it. And it's annoying, because I even had time that I could have done it, but I forgot. Well, part of the problem was I didn't have my headset with me. And I just knew the audio quality was going to be even worse than it already is if I tried to record without the headset. Anyway, I just looked back at the last video, and I was in Albuquerque when I stopped. So this video might end up being a little bit short. I'm trying to do shorter videos anyway. I'm limiting it now to one load per video. Wow, these loads suck. That's why they suck. Holy shit. 62 cents a mile. That's not anything to sneeze at. I'm gonna go ahead and take. Do I think there's gonna be freight coming out of Las Cruces? Is there any freight coming out of? Okay, there's freight coming out of El Paso. All right, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take this one. Anyway, I will be releasing a video at some point about my new job. Where's the exit to this place? Oh. Alright, hold on, let me just say this like this. I've just sort of been waiting for the opportune moment, and it's been, one thing after another, and just opportunity hasn't arisen the way I would like it to. But I will be talking about it at some point. As of right now, I'm going to try to do this whole load in this video, but I might end up having to cut it short, as I'm currently waiting for a tow truck. I've had this truck for about 2.5 weeks, and it's already broken down. So, that doesn't bode well. But it's emissions related, so, I've kind of got a trend with that. Are you gonna let me out? Why, thank you. AI in this game sucks, but it kind of helps because there was no way I was gonna pull out of there anytime soon on my own. Anyway, when I first started at Swift, my Volvo had a bad NOx sensor when I first got it. And to be honest, I saw the check engine light was on before I even told them I was going to take that truck. But I really wanted the Volvo, and it was the only one there. So, the first time I ever actually drove that truck was bobtailing it to the Volvo dealer to get the NOx sensor fixed. And then, there's a freaking... I think... I don't know what the best way to get around this is. Well, why is my mouse all over there? Okay, so this is the intersection that you can go down to the surface roads and then go through intersections, but I happen to be on the one side where I can't reach that intersection. So I think the best bet is probably to go right and then just go down to this and turn around. Didn't I have this same problem at the end of the last video? I feel like I recall going very slightly off the rails, and I was also driving a frickin' Volvo then. Anyway, my first truck at Western Express actually did not have any emissions issues, but I was only in that truck for 2 months. And then I got into the International that I was in, which had the DPF get clogged literally like a week after I got it. And then I come here, I'm in this truck for 2 weeks, and the NOx sensor goes out in this one. So I guess that's just like the way, that's like my christening to the company, is having an emissions related issue with my truck. It's just unfortunate, this is the only one that is happening where I'm gonna have to get towed. And I don't actually know for sure how derated the truck is. If anyone watching this is familiar with the way the Cummins system works when you have emissions problems, it's in full derate and the stop engine light is on. So I assume that I'm limited to 5 with this truck. But when the DPF got clogged in my International, which had the same engine, the stop engine light came on, but I was still able to drive at full speed. I was just severely low on power. Because I drove that truck 20 miles back to the terminal after the stop engine light came on. So I'm 10 miles from the dealer. I'm parked at a truck stop. Basically, the level 1 derate happened yesterday afternoon, and they told me to take it to a shop and get it looked at. So I made it, I went to the nearest shop, and they put it on the computer and basically said, well, there's nothing we can do. We can try doing a forced regen and see if that fixes the problem. But they weren't confident that it would. So they did the forced regen. They got permission from my new company, did the forced regen, and then cleared the codes. What the fuck? You know what? I almost went down to the surface road just for the fun of it. Is this? Oh, I have this turned off on this profile. Ignore me. It's like, wait, can I actually go down here? If I'd gone down to the surface road, I would have gotten around the backup. That's annoying. I'm gonna have to turn down the frequency of these a little bit. Oops. I'm really surprised this hasn't done any damage. I mean, hitting the road barrier or hitting the invisible wall sort of makes sense that it didn't do any damage. I think those specifically do less damage. Because sometimes even when you have them turned on, they're hard to see. But I'm really surprised that hitting that wall didn't do any damage. Anyway, so I got to the truck stop got to the shop last night. They did the forced regen and then cleared the codes. And, I went to park, and the check engine light was staying off. It wasn't showing any codes. Obviously I was only driving through the parking lot, so I couldn't tell if it was still derated or not. Excuse me. But the service light had gone off and everything. It wasn't telling me that it was derated anymore. So I parked. I left the truck idling while I went inside and used the bathroom and everything. Came back out. It was still good. Shut the truck off for a couple hours. And then started it back up when I was ready to go to bed. This truck does not have a smart idle system, so right now when it's hot out, I'm pretty much having to leave it running at night so that I can actually get to sleep. So I started it back up before I went to bed, and check engine light was still not on. I woke up this morning to it telling me I was in full D-rate and the stop engine light was on. So, 10 miles from the dealer and they gotta get me a tow truck. Frankly, if I owned the truck, I probably would have just driven it. Even if I was limited to 5 miles an hour, I would have just been on the shoulder with my four-ways on crawling along. Probably still have gotten there faster than the tow truck would get me there too. But, you know, it's not my truck and they want to pay for the tow truck, so that's fine. Oh, and if you're wondering why I didn't try to, you know, when the shop told me that they couldn't fix the actual problem, why I didn't try to go to the dealer last night, it was going on 10 o'clock by the time I got out of the shop, so the dealer was definitely closed. And on Google Maps I can see that they have a gate that I presume they close after hours, so I would have gotten over there, and basically I'm parked as close as I could be to the dealer already. So that was sort of the idea, part of the idea of why I stayed here. It was like, well, if I get up in the morning and it's still good, I'll just keep going. If I get up in the morning and it's not good, I'm right near a dealer. I wasn't necessarily expecting the actual stop engine light to come on. But anyway, that's the situation I'm in now, so I just figured I'd jump on here quick and try to get a video out for tomorrow. Well, you know, today for you. So I'm recording this yesterday as to when it comes out. I wanted to get on here and record this quick so that I'll have something go out tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be back in my truck by the end of today, and I can record a couple more tonight. And, you know, get rolling from there. Or, you know, get another couple weeks logged so that I have some breathing room again. It's really annoying because I'd specifically recorded the exact number of videos that I recorded last time I did a recording session of this, because I knew I was planning on changing jobs, and I set it up so that by the time I needed to record more videos, I would have been at my new job for like a month, and should have been fully settled in and had plenty of time to record more videos. The problem is, the job that I was supposed to be going to fell through. So, you know, I've only just barely gotten out of orientation at this point with the job that I actually ended up going to. What are we doing, people? What are we doing, people? Like I said, if there's anyone watching this who is genuinely interested in my real-life trucking stuff, I will be doing a video at some point in the near future, you know, talking about the company I'm at now and stuff like that. Part of what I'm waiting for is, you know, just feeling the atmosphere of the company. I know there is a trucking vlogger who started at this company, so, you know, me recording talking about them shouldn't be a major issue in that regard. But, you know, just waiting for one to be settled into my truck. Like, I only just was gotten home to pick up my stuff after orientation 3 days ago. So, you know, I didn't have all my stuff before then. I have all my stuff now, but it's still just sort of strewn about the truck. I haven't put everything away yet, because this is a different model of truck that I'm used to driving, so I haven't figured out where away is going to be for some things yet. Because, you know, every truck's interior is laid out a little bit different. But yeah, so, you know, that video will be coming out sometime in the next couple weeks, hopefully. You know, talking about something a bit more topical to this actual series, going back to the detour thing that happened earlier, it would be really nice, like, I like that the detour doesn't show up on the GPS and it doesn't route you around it, because depending on what type of GPS you're using, that is technically realistic. Obviously not all GPSs have traffic information, though I feel like most do nowadays. It would be cool if once you got to the detour, maybe even if it doesn't show on the little GPS, but if you look at the big map, it would show you how far the detour is. Or, like, how much of the road is closed. Because what I did earlier when I just took a different exit and then went and looped around, 90% of the detours I see in this game are just blocking, you know, like the area just past where the road is closed. So you can do what I did. Like, a lot of the detours, it's just literally getting off the highway, going through the traffic light at the top of the exit ramp, and then getting right back on the highway. So I assumed that it was that sort of detour and didn't realize it was bigger. If I'd been able to look on the map and see how big the closure was, then I would have gone the direction I needed to go in the first place. Or even... well, actually, I'm not sure about that for a wreck. I was gonna say, in real life, there would be detour signs telling you where to go to get around it, but, you know, that's for a detour when a road is closed for construction or something. That doesn't usually happen just due to a wreck. Oh. It's not a through lane. Okay, good. It's just a truck roll. I was about to say, I swear to God, if there's another detour. Oh, the other thing I guess I should mention quick, obviously I already mentioned that I'm recording this video near to when it's actually coming out. I am aware that there's an open beta out. I am not switching to it right away because it's going to break the economy mod. So I'm going to get this batch of videos. You know, I'd like to record 4 or 5 more episodes in short order here, which I should be able to record them tonight regardless of whether or not I get my truck back, because either I'll be sleeping in the truck, I'm not going to have another load before tomorrow. They already took the load that I currently am under off me, so, you know, someone else will be coming to pick it up at the dealer. Or, ideally, someone else will come and pick it up here before I get to the dealer, but I doubt that's going to happen. Anyway, you know, even if I do get my truck back, I very likely won't have another load until tomorrow morning. So I should definitely, and if the truck isn't done today, they'll be getting me a hotel, and I'll just take my computer with me. And, you know, I can record a few more videos in the hotel. So either way, I should be recording more tonight. I'm going to record this next batch of videos, so the next month and a half is going to be on version 1.50. And then, hopefully by the time... Oops. I smacked my controller plug. Apparently it disconnected. Hopefully by the time I'm recording the next batch of videos, 1.51 will be out fully, and my economy model will have been updated to fit it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, keep that hammer down, drivers.